Hi, my name is Tammy. I'm the president of Fun and Adventure at Singles Travel International. And tonight I have Abby from Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. And we're going to talk about the Odyssey of the Seas and our perfect Caribbean singles cruise coming up next February of 2023. This is a special cruise in so many ways. It is one of the most beautiful cruise ships afloat right now. We're going to be doing a beautiful Caribbean itinerary in the middle of winter when it's going to be freezing for most of you. Abby and I live in Florida, so we always live in paradise. But for most of you, you're going to want to leave home in February. I can guarantee it. I'm originally from Chicago. And then what also is going to make this a cool sailing is this was one of the first ones that's open to all cruisers, right? So we've had a couple of restrictions in the last year and a half, and I'm pleased to say that everyone's invited. So, Abby, please introduce yourself and let's get started. Let's get this party started.
Let's go. Thank you so much, Tammy, and welcome everybody here today on the Wild Wide Web as well as here on this presentation. Wanted to start and talk about the beautiful Odyssey of the Seas. I work for Royal Caribbean. I've been here for about 14, 15 years, and I have to say, I mean, I've seen a lot of ships. I've been on a lot of ships. This really is one of my favorite classes of ships, as well as within the class, this is my favorite ship, the Odyssey of the Seas. It just has the best of everything that Royal Caribbean has to offer on board this ship. So let's get started and talk a little bit about it. We're going to show a little video.
The audio isn't coming through.
Yeah. We'll enjoy it without the audio.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear the music? Oh, I heard it. It's weird. How could you not hear it? I heard it.
You know,
Must be
that's
something
a
with
development. That's a development for the after the next pandemic. Yeah, we'll all be
Okay.
Zoom,
Well,
Zoom
it had some really nice music playing. But as you can see, it's a fun, active ship with a ton to do. But there's so much more than just the activities and everything on board. There's great dining, there's great venues. So we're going to talk about what some of those things are. So as you can see on the top left, this is the sky pad, and this is a really cool experience. This is a virtual reality bungee jumping trampoline experience. So you are connected by bungee cords to a harness that goes around your waist, and you jump up and down on a trampoline, but you're wearing virtual reality goggles and you're kind of going through a full virtual reality experience while you're jumping around on this experience. So it's a really great, great fun experience. El Loco Fresh is a complimentary Mexican restaurant that we have out by the pool deck. We've completely revamped the pool concept on this ship. If you've ever been on any other kind of quantum class ship, which Odyssey is a quantum class ship, they were really designed for the winterized experience. So this ship is not. It's a complete Caribbean adventure. We have a beautiful solarium on board this ship. We have a great Italian restaurant. We introduced a new tapas pizza bar. And then we have the Seaplex, and this is a really amazing venue. This venue has bumper cars, it has roller skating, it has pickleball, it has basketball, it has virtual reality games, and the neatest thing is we've put a sports bar, our Playmaker sports bar, inside this venue. So you no longer need to, you can sit and watch all of these experiences while you're in the Playmaker sports bar, where there's tons of televisions and tons of fun things to do in that area. Here's kind of an overview of what that whole pool deck concept looks like. That really just beautiful. It's completely opened up, just a beautiful, beautiful, wide open pool deck area, whole Caribbean feel. And you see these little casitas all over the pool deck. Those are little areas that you can kind of hang out if you don't want to, you want some more shade. There's umbrellas around the place. And then we have that big crane that you see over the ship, and that is called the North Star, and that holds 14 people, and that will move back and forth over the water, over the ship. And it's a really fun little experience to be able to go up and kind of get that bird's eye view of everything that's going on. We have these little areas in the pool deck there where you can kind of sit on these loungers and kind of get that in water, out of water kind of experience, which is great. We've got all the water slides on board. And then here's a better visual of what that solarium looks like. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful area. There's a ton of little private sun deck areas. There's shaded areas. There's this water feature in there. And it's a really great adult only area. We do not allow children. We allow children 16 and up, but the kids don't want to be there. So they're not interested.
And you know what, Abby, that's our concierge team goes in there early. We save some space, and that's usually where we like to chill. We like to go out and do all this adrenaline, and then we come back and we chill out at the solarium.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. So here is the surfing. You get a good visual here of the flow rider, and you can either do boogie boarding or surfing, whatever you like. And then right up above, you can see that picture of Ripcord by iFly, where you can go skydiving at sea. There's rock climbing. Here you can see the bumper cars. There's laser tag. There's just so many. There's so many things. Pool tables and playmakers. And then we just introduced this new concept called Zone Zero, which I don't know if the video music will work, but I'm going to play it. We'll see. So that kind of gives you a little bit of visual of all the things that go on in the Cplex area. But that Zone Zero was when you saw them wearing those goggles, those virtual reality goggles, and they're doing a whole virtual reality kind of experience in there as well. So it's just a really neat, fun, tons to do in this venue. We have pickleball, a couple, I'd say, on an 8-day cruise. I mean, I can't imagine that it's not there 3 or 4 times early in the morning. So you check the cruise compass, they put out the tape. If anyone's interested in that as well, it's another great experience.
And Ab, I'm just going to interject a real quick. You know, when you travel with Singles Travel International, because we have some members here tonight that haven't gone with us, you have an onboard concierge. So what makes all of this stuff, first of all, I don't think anybody loses when we pretend that we're 10 years old again. Like, we get to go back and just remember when you were 10, everything was magical. We didn't have any stress, no problems. So we're going to get on this cruise and we're going to pretend we're 10. And your concierge is going to book all of this activity for us as a group. You get a weekly program that outlines everything that we have planned for you. So you don't really have to, you're going to get the cruise compass every day. And we want you to go off and do your own thing. And somebody said tonight that they didn't have anything else to do. So we were on their agenda. So we want to be your backup date, but we're going to put everything together for you so that when you take off and explore and do something fun and you want to get back with the group later in the day, you always know where we are. But we're going to go ahead and organize your dining reservations, your specialty dining reservations, your events, if you want to do bumper cars or if you want to do the iFly, we're going to organize all of that for our group so that you don't have, all you can do is just show up and have a good time.
So here you can kind of see our new restaurant, and this is just fabulous. There's, you know, we've always had an Italian restaurant on all of our ships. Some of them have Jamie Oliver's, some of them have Giovanni's, and we still have Giovanni's on board the ship, which is a sit-down Italian restaurant, and it's probably, I think, one of the best steaks that we give is at Giovanni's Italian restaurant. But we introduced this new Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar, and this is where you can just kind of get fresh made pizzas. You can do more antipastas, light salads, more of a tapas kind of feel. And you sit right in the bar area, and they bring the food to you right there. So it's a really, really, really nice new addition to be able to experience. We have these great teppanyaki tables, so it's a beautiful teppanyaki restaurant with, you know, all the windows looking out. So it's a really, really, I happen to think this is our nicest teppanyaki restaurant on the entire fleet. We have playmakers, like I said. This is great burgers. That's an onion ring stack there. You can't beat that. That ice cream sundae. I mean, the food here is just incredible. It goes on and on. We talked about El Loco Fresh, and this is obviously complimentary, and this is the Mexican, and you can eat all kinds of nachos and things like that. And then Wonderland, if any of you have ever experienced Wonderland on any of our ships, this is our nod to Alice in Wonderland. And the entire dining experience is just very fun and frivolous and whimsical. And it's a very creative culinary experience at that restaurant. And then we have obviously sushi and chops and all the other venues that you guys are very accustomed to on Royal Caribbean. And then from an entertainment perspective, so on Quantum class ships, and Odyssey being one of them, we have this fabulous venue called 270. And what it is this, you'll see here in this left-hand picture, that is the venue 270. And during the evening, this is a performance venue. And we go ahead and we project onto all of that is glass. So during the day when you're in this venue, all of what you're seeing there on that backdrop is glass that looks out to the water. At night, we project onto that glass and it turns into a completely different venue. So it's a beautiful place to spend time, whether it's during the day. We have a complimentary restaurant in there, which is the 270 Cafe, where you can get roast beef sandwiches and salads and all kinds of complimentary things, and you can sit in that venue and look at the ocean. And then at night we have these fabulous shows that go on in there. So 270 is that show. It's just beautiful. It's lots of cirque performance and dancing. We also, if you see up top, we have the Oceanides, where we do an entire technical shows. So those are all flat screen TVs that you see, and they are performing in these televisions, and the televisions move. They're on robotic arms and they move. It's just a concept like you've never seen before. It's a really, really interesting show to see. And then obviously we have the book, which is another beautiful show that we have as well. So there's just fabulous, fabulous entertainment on board the Odyssey of the Seas to be able to see. And then we have this great venue, and it's called the Music Hall. And this is the spot to be. So this is a great venue where we bring in all kinds of cover bands. And it could be anything from Journey to Led Zeppelin to who knows what kind of cover bands. And there's music playing and dancing going on. It's a 2-story venue, and it's a really fun place for people to spend time. We also have a Latin lounge on board. So we have just so many great things to do on board this ship at night. We have a showgirl. It's a showgirl past, present, and future show that we do. It's all a nod to showgirls, any kind of showgirl that there's been throughout the history of showgirls. And that takes place in the main theater, and it's a wonderful, wonderful show. I thought, oh, am I going to like this? And I got to tell you, I really thought it was pretty good. And then this is your fabulous itinerary that you're going to be able to take advantage of. You have an 8-night Southern Caribbean and Perfect Day cruise. It's going to leave out of Fort Lauderdale. You're going to be cruising for 3 days and then go to Grand Cayman and then go to Falmouth. Oh, I spelled that wrong. And then you're going to cruise, and then you're going to go to Perfect Day, and then you're going to end up back in Fort Lauderdale. For those of you that have not been to Perfect Day, Coco Cay, it is truly the perfect day. You can get off the ship. You can go get a lounge chair, get an umbrella, eat, and have a great free complimentary day. If you want to get a cabana, you can. If you want to go into the beach club and get just have a day pass to go to the beach club, we have an upgraded lunch, and there's an infinity pool in there. We have a huge freshwater pool also on the island. So there's just so many wonderful, great things to do. We have this great experience called Up, Up, and Away, which is a huge hot air balloon that's tethered to the ground. And you could go ahead and do that as an activity, and it takes you up, I think it's 450 feet in the air, and you get to see the entire island. There's just wonderful, wonderful things to do at Perfect Day, and just it can be whatever you want. If you want it to be a relaxing day and chill, it's great. If you want it to be a thrill, there's tons for you to do in the thrill as well. And then here are some wonderful shots of you guys throughout some of your travels. And we got some great single opportunity cruisers here. You can see there's a lot of fun activities for everyone to enjoy when they're on board a Royal Caribbean ship with singles travel. And that is what we have. So Tammy, we can't hear you. You're on mute. Oh, okay.
I'm unmuting. Yes. Can you go back one screen? I want to show that that slide, because at this, you know, what I wanted to express is that anybody can take a cruise. Anybody can find maybe a price that they like or an itinerary that they like, but there is nothing that compares to being on a cruise with people in your same age range. And by the way, most of you come without knowing anybody. I know that some of our members have traveled and they start to create new friendships and they develop these connections, and they start to look forward to the vacation because of who they're going to see. But so many of our members come and they don't know anybody. So I want to encourage you to come if you're thinking about a vacation like this and you're afraid, because I think that that's a normal sentiment when you're thinking about doing a cruise and going out there and you don't know anybody and it's your very first time. We all have those feelings of like, wow, am I going to fit in? Are people going to like me? But this is, I want you to see that this is what happens when we put a bunch of people together who are single over 50, because like I said earlier, just because we're over 50, we're not dead. We like to have a great time, and we have themes, we party, we have we eat, we play. That new Playmaker section, Abby, or the zero, just to me looks like such a blast. And being able to be with a group that has the leadership that puts it all together makes it really, really fun. So Abby, thank you so much. What I'd like to do right now, if you're watching us on YouTube, thanks for joining us. We hope that you click the link below and you join us and you try your first singles vacation. And we look forward to meeting you. We're at www.singlestravelintl.com.